Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm trying to get the chat up. Oh my gosh, y'all. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all can hear me. I don't know if any of y'all that's in the chat right now have seen anything about the Chris Rock Good Morning Teresa Upchurch and Will Smith at the Oscars thing. My daughter just came and showed me, and of course I had to Google it, which took me to YouTube, which has now took me to a collection of memes. And I got the clip for y'all to just show you real quick, because I'm like, y'all pick your mouths up off the floor with me. That's all I know to say, because we getting ready to get deep, hard, and heavy. I've been since I ended my last live stream watching. Listen, I tortured myself with Ernie Shell's channel and Prayer Garden's channel. The two of them combined is nearly 12 hours worth of live stream. That alone deserves somebody just saying cheers. And I need a laugh and to unwind. Okay, stunned and amazed. Yeah, you saw it, I take it. And listen, the two best memes I've seen, by the way, to go with the Will Smith Chris Rock, was one that said, "This is an entanglement," or "That was an entanglement," referring back to Jada. But you better watch whoever posted that one, because Will might rock your jaw. The other one was just showing that one lady's face after. What did the five fingers say to the face? Yeah, that was funny one too. Y'all know. Hey, Sassy and NK. I'm still like, what? I had to go and watch and to see and listen. It wasn't even that bad of a joke. He just said G.I. Jane 2 because she had her head shaved off. Maybe she's got cancer or something. I don't know. Oh, and everybody hates Chris. You know, because of that TV show. There was Everybody Loves Raymond and Everybody Hates Chris. And Champagne Poppy. They didn't have me rolling on the little memes. I had to get a little bit of unwinding in. Y'all don't fault me for that one. Because like I said, this is going to be, I don't think it was faked. Have you seen the full clip, the unedited version? So I don't know that it was fake, Miss Ann. What's up, Cherokee Girl and Tara D? She has hair loss from alopecia. I thought maybe she had cancer and was going through radiation or something. You know, when somebody has an illness that causes that, you get a little, you know, it hits different. You feel different about it. The slap itself I thought was faked. Until you see what it said afterwards. Yes, Miss Teresa. And that ain't all. Because we got Prayer Garden, who on the one I watched, it was Allie, Andrew, and all that crew up on her live stream. And then Ernie had Candus on. So I was dancing with a whole lot of devils. Yeah, listen. It wasn't faked. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Cause listen to the acceptance speech. What's up, Miss Justice? I mean, I gotta wait till we passed 5 minutes in. I have to wait till we more than 5 minutes in the live stream because he drops the F-bomb twice. But I got it keyed up and I'll show it to y'all because we all need a little unwinding. Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to see the clip right quick. Unedited. Fully uncut. Give me a 2 in the chat if you watched Chris McDonough's interview with Jose, the clip of Will Smith pimp smacking Chris Rock and then telling him why he pimp smacked him. It's 1 minute and 23 seconds if I show the whole thing. So, I watched Chris's, and y'all be knowing I take notes. I got notes. And even before Chris McDonough came out, what's up, green-eyed lady? Welcome. Rhonda Cattell, welcome. I think I've welcomed everybody I've seen so far in chat. Even before I knew Chris was doing a Jose interview, I had some clips queued up to do. Also, I need, before I forget, and I have a statement from her I'm going to read. I have someone that's an ex-co-worker and a friend that recently shared their personal story. And I'm going to read it without, I'm just going to read what they wrote. I'm not going to show it to y'all. There's reasons for that. But, number one, with this being a platform for survivors, full of survivors, I think it will hit home and touch a lot of people. And I think it's important. I also think some of the things she says may hit home in this case also. But I'm not putting her name out there, nor the person's name who is her biological parent, and their recent charges in December of 2021 that she found out about brought all this to the surface that she's going to tell about in the letter I'm going to read. The reason it's important is because of the essay charges from Dawn's sisters, and specifically the 5-year-old Mark, and how hearing about what occurred with Summer brought their stuff to the forefront. This story, this personal story that this person has shared on her Facebook page publicly as part of her healing, may help us understand why, when Jeannie and Mary heard what had happened, what was going on in the age of Summer, why it was a trigger for them to relive their story. That's why I feel that it works with. I've got quite a few things lined up. Also, you guys may remember Miss T. Riley. She's been a long time sunshine and going through a whole lot. First of all, I implore anyone who is a paralegal or an attorney or works in any capacity for them or the courthouse that may know someone that in the state of Oklahoma that can be reached out to for assistance in this dire situation. What's up, Miss T. Riley? Please email me. I'm not asking you for money. I'm asking for connections and phone numbers to get assistance for programs that are out there, that because I don't have any reach in Oklahoma. I don't know people there. I'm not afraid to say that. It doesn't mean that I've done anything wrong. And also anyone that's interested in assisting her, you can contact me direct. I'll give you her direct Cash App information with some things that have recently gone on YouTube. I'm not posting her Cash App simply because she's not a creator. I'm not putting her out there like that. And if it's somebody emailing me, asking me for her information, I'll know you and know that you're a safe person to trust. And I know that may sound like a lot of trust going into me, but just with, like Jose, losing his job and his home and stuff, somebody's going through enough already. I'm not going to put them through more. So, near the end of the broadcast, what I intend to do is I'm going to read what I'm going to call Lillian's story. And then I'm also going to read Miss T. Riley's story. Cirque, she's not Native American. I wish she was, because it would be a lot easier. She's just a long-time sunshine that's been very supportive and very active. And I wished that I had the knowledge and the capabilities in Oklahoma that I have in North Carolina and South Carolina and Tennessee and Virginia and Kentucky, because it's closer by. And if I don't know somebody right here, I know somebody that knows somebody there. But it's too far away. You're good, sir. It's straight. You're just trying to help. It's greatly appreciated. Okay, so I only have one person give me the one wanting to see the Chris Rock Will Smith thing, so I'm not going to show it because y'all didn't want to see it, I guess. If y'all do and I'm misunderstood, just let me know in the chat. Trying to think. I don't even know which clip I want to show first. There's several different things, several different channels. By the way, all the videos that I'm going to show, all the clips that I have lined up to show are Cherokee Girl Legal Aid is too long of a wait to be able to get immediate help. That's why I want somebody in that area that kind of works within the court system to help find out if there's any immediate order that can be filed, any way to get emergency type legal assistance because of the situation. And I've asked Miss Riley to write an email, and I'm going to read it out loud to you guys, and let her tell you in her own words what she's going through. I mean, I know in what she's told me, but I wanted her to do it in her words. I felt that that would be more powerful and more accurate. So, let's see. What do I want to do first? See. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Just trying to decide which, sorry guys, which one to show first. I think we'll go to we'll just start. I'm just going to start with the first one I have queued up and work my way across, and we'll comment as we go. Remember, I have to mute myself so we don't have an echo, you guys. We don't have a lot of people in here, and I figured we wouldn't late at night. That's fine. They can catch the replay. Let's see. This first one is from my channel, and you guys make sure y'all go and subscribe to these. It's hold on, let me see. Do Little Talks 1. The link to the channel and to this particular video is in the description. So make sure I make it as big as possible. I forgot to say, as it's running across the bottom, I'm using this video clip and all the other clips included in this live stream under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 that allows for fair use, i.e., entertainment purposes, commentary, education. Hey Sharon, how you doing? Sharon, maybe you can, I don't know, possibly T. Riley will email you as well.
My last video, there was a couple people upset that I mentioned the boys, and I probably shouldn't have done that. Even though my channel is only for adults, still shouldn't have done that. But I've just been having like a day. Summer is still gone, and no justice has been served. And it's coming up on a year pretty soon. And I look at these people who are supporting Dawn and Candus to the end of the earth, it appears, even though they've told multiple lies. And it does seem like to me that they're putting the parents in front of the kids. And in my opinion, these kids have not had an easy life at all. I think they've seen too much. I think they've experienced too much and been neglected, in my opinion. I do believe that some justice will be served, but I want to know where Summer is. I think neglect charges may be coming, but I still want to know where Summer is. And it's a heavy feeling to look at this little baby that didn't deserve any of this, and to know that she's somewhere out there. And you got PIs and Mullins and other people speaking up and protecting the Wells. They've shown their true colors. I mentioned that Tim Mullins thinks that YouTube and everyone has pushed them over the edge, and the ugliness that we've seen is a result of that, and it's not. We've just gotten to know them and gotten to know the real people behind that initial mask. They've shown their true colors. They've shown us who they are. They both have lengthy records, a lot of it involving violence. They've lost all the kids that they've ever had. There's a reason for that. These are people that have shown no emotion towards losing their children. And they put their needs and themselves before any of the kids. Let's assume for a moment that they had nothing to do with Summer's disappearance. They're guilty of a whole lot here. If it wasn't for their lifestyle and the
Pay close attention to this part. She may explain it better than I've been able to in what she's about to say. But remember how many times that we've discussed that even though right now there's not a particular crime that can be pointed out because of lack of particular evidence, there's not a particular crime. I mean, you can't say the parents kidnapped their own child. There's not an evidence of that. There's not evidence of that we know of. Let me say it this way. In my opinion, that we know of. Not saying what law enforcement knows. I have no idea what they know. And that's okay. What I am saying is there was obviously a bad enough situation that the boys were removed. If that situation occurred prior to Summer going missing, then whatever those charges are would also include her. Which, if it includes neglect, willful neglect, there's a possibility of felony charges for that. So let's just go back and finish watching Miss Doolittle's video. We probably aren't going to watch all of it, and I meant to have it queued up to where I'm at, and I apologize.
things that they brought into the home and the people that they brought around, it's a very good chance that Summer would still be with us, in my opinion. Let's assume they had everything to do with it. How can a parent be so callous and malicious to do something to your own child? I'm not a Candus and Dawn supporter because I've seen the way that they behave and know that those children probably lived in fear.
Now, I want to say something right here. Some people probably aren't going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say this. Oh, that picture that was just on the screen of Summer that I can't share while I talk without having an echo from hell, or I definitely would. That picture embodies everything that is a problem within this family. And the problem only seems to have been a problem within the year and a half. Katie, I didn't... Don has stated multiple different times that he asked them to take the boys because he got drunk because of what was going on YouTube and it was going to be a problem. That's inherently not true. Or they wouldn't have to jump through hoops to get them back. And CPS doesn't work that way. Yeah, she may look scared in the picture, but what I was going to say is, you know, it's not poor bashing to sit here and say you could run a comb or a hairbrush through that child's hair. That floor is nasty, filthy, and shit looks like it's laying all around in the floor. It's not poor bashing to say that she doesn't look like her clothes are real clean and that she was real clean. And a child can be dirty one time, but there's a butt ton of pictures that look like that inside the home and the children. Gigi, they didn't tell us why they were taken almost exactly 1 month after Summer was reported missing. And they're not going to tell us, most likely. Absolutely, Miss Justice, and that's my point. Cleanliness and neatness has absolutely nothing to do with money. You can have a one-room shack with 5 people living in it and a dirt floor and still be clean. Ask my grandmama and her family, because that's how their home was that they grew up. I agree with you, sir. Honestly, I don't believe that we can believe anything that, comes out of Don and Candus's mouth, and most of the players in this scenario. And Mayor Deadly Deals, I hope I'm saying your name right, darling. I think you and Miss Justice are agreeing. Because all she's saying is, money or no money, they could have kept the daggum house clean. Exactly. And I think that's what the problem is. They had other priorities than the children, is what it seems like. Maybe a case of putting their wants, needs, and desires ahead of what was best for their children. And as parents, that's not what we do. Dreamcatcher. Don said that on the live. Don can also say on the live, or standing in his backyard or in the middle of the street, that he is a flying 3-horned purple people eater. It doesn't make it true. Now, if he was dumb enough while he was drunk to call CPS and tell them he got drunk, went into a rage and put them in danger, they might would have come and took him for that. But, come on, y'all. Y'all really think that he called DSS and said, hey, the YouTubers and all the stuff they're doing and whatnot and drove me to drink, and I just don't think it's wise for the kids to be here. That doesn't sound like anything Don would do. Yeah, Don says lots of things. Doesn't mean it's true. Okay, let's go back to Doolittle and get...
And I want the right people to be held accountable for what happened to Summer. Whoever that is. Summer is missing. She's gone, vanished off the face of the earth. And she deserves justice. She deserves justice. We just got to keep praying that it comes. Apologize for talking about the boys earlier. I hope you'll have a good day.
Sharon, you got me over here dying laughing right now. Oh, God. At least you didn't think you had canned cooking spray and spray it on your pot and try to cook an egg or something. That would be worse. And I agree with you, Mary Deathly Deals. She does live at the freaking dollar store, and they sell soap cheap. You can get like 3 bars for $1.25 now. Yeah, Sharon, all the flies are going to get stuck. Right, Cherokee Girl. We believe Don called DCS when Candus made a habit of hiding from him. Eye for an eye, I believe you're probably right. Oh, no, don't be sorry, Sharon. We need that laugh every now and then. I think we do. It gets a little heavy. This topic is not the lightest topic. We need a little humor every now and then. Miss Brown and the boys. I've been watching what I call the UK's version of Angela Lansbury, A Murder, She Wrote, A Midsummer Murders. I can't watch them anymore with the 4-year-old. It's a PBS show. I can't watch PBS with the grandchild. I was babysitting him when we was watching it because they had a car racing thing in there. And he comes telling his mama about all the fights and stuff he's seen. And that him and Nene watched. I'm like, Lord, I can't even watch Angela Lansbury and PBS with their G-Baby without something happening. You know, I've wondered that too, Sharon. I have wondered that as well. If Sharon said, I wonder if the boys had friends come over when they were left alone for the day. You know, I wonder too, because it seems like, you know, even in here in the interview with Jose, that taking Summer with them when they went out and leaving the boys at home alone was a common occurrence. Oh, Mary Deathly Deals. Goodness gracious. But you know, Sharon, that makes sense. Because it sounds like, you know, that it was something that happened often, you know. So the boys were like, may have been like, they're going to be gone again for 4 or 5 hours. We can have Jim Bob and Steven come over and ride the motorbikes and race and go play in the woods. You know? Stuff that they knew that they could get by with that their parents would never know because they didn't care enough to check. My personal opinion right there. Now, yeah, it makes sense. And think about it, Sharon. Jose saying that kind of ticked off something for me in a little checkbox. I wondered, why was Summer the one child they took with them when they went out? She's the one child they couldn't control. She's the one child that the threats, the fear, the intimidation didn't control. The boys, they wouldn't leave the house. They wouldn't leave the house. Or as far as the parents knew, they didn't leave the house. They didn't come up missing. Summer, as Jose said, and it makes more damn sense, would run off and hide in the woods and play and not come right back. Yeah, absolutely. But Summer's the one child that the parents couldn't intimidate. You know what I mean? That's why I think that they took Summer with them and left the boys there. No matter what. Because think about it. She's the one they're talking about ran off in the woods and was playing, chasing butterflies or whatever. And they had to go hunt more than one occasion. Obviously, her taking off like that was a problem. Why? That's why the adamant denials of no, she would never go past her swing. Never. That's why the adamant denials. Right. Right, Mary Deathly Deals. True. And true. Maybe the situation of them picking on her really badly is the true situation. You know what I mean? Like maybe they were afraid that something would happen to her if they left her alone there. Not from outside, but from within the home. You know, when you have a situation where it seems that one child is favored over another child, you have anger issues. And that favored child can get away with murder. And it's everybody else's fault. You know? Absolutely down under. Absolutely. Absolutely. Unfortunately. And it's sad. It's sad because, you know, all of the children in that type of situation, all of the children, even the one that's favored the most, all of them are being abused in a different, you know, and used. There you go, Gigi. But all of them are being abused. And mentally, at the very minimal, is what I'm saying. That is a mental game. Exactly, Meredithly. It's a, you know, to play one child against another and put them in the position of telling on each other to make your job easier as a parent, so you don't have to do what you should do and they're doing it for you. That's a horrible thing to do to a child. And it happens. It happens. You know, from Grandma Candus's one interview, Candus should be able to tell us how horrible it is. Because if you listen to it, she says, Rose is my baby. Well, Candus is my baby too, but Rose is my baby. And it's been very blatantly stated that Kenneth Bly, I think that's his proper name, I know Ken Bly, favored Rose over all the siblings. I think Don took Josie with him to Utah, in my personal opinion, because he was the oldest boy, and Don was supposed to be looking for a place for them to live and move to and work and everything. And I don't really want to say that to the extent what I really think in my brain out in public, because he's a minor child. But I think he was a chip off the old block, per se. And that's pretty much as far as I'll go with that part. So got a couple other interviews and videos to share. I want to read y'all Lillian's story. I just feel it's the time to read it. I'm not gonna, I could show you on Facebook. It's in my email. I emailed it to myself, so all you're gonna see is my Facebook. I just want to make sure, yeah, she has her biological father's full name in it, so I would rather read it and skip that when I read it. But I want to read this story because I want people to understand that are not probably too the family wouldn't turn him away, but if that was the case, I think he would have took one of the younger boys, because the younger, the more innocent, naive, and the more help. The older boy, I think family would be less likely to be feeling sorry for. I feel like, well, Cherokee girl, she probably picked up the stick and whipped her brothers because they was picking on her, or, you know, did something to her and she was retaliating. You know, like when my son cut my daughter's Barbie doll's feet off, or their heads off. Such a boy thing to do. I want to blow my nose right quick, because I know I'm going to get emotional when I read this too. I'm going to play, let's see, what video do I have next? That's a good one. I got a real short one that I want to play from a channel I introduced you guys to yesterday. It's Common Sense True Crime, and it's about the billboards. I want y'all to see what the current billboard looks like.
Hi everyone, I saw this the other day on someone's channel. It was a quick flash to this billboard about summer, and the phone number on it is in the very bottom in yellow, and the phone number is 423-272-7121. I call this number. This is actually for Hawkins County Sheriff's Office non-emergency number. This just seems weird to me. The billboard has all this extra space in it. There's more than enough space to also put 1-800-TBI-FIND. People might be leery of that. It looks like just anybody's number, and this is concerning to me. Maybe it's no big deal. Maybe it's fine. I just don't understand why it would be Hawkins County and not, or at least have it with it, the TBI number. I don't trust Hawkins County, to tell you the truth. I don't trust Sheriff Lawson either. I just feel like there's something more going on there, and I think it also could have something to do why everything's so hush-hush about this case. I think there's a possibility there's corruption in that police department. It would not be the first police department to have corruption in it. He very well, in the sheriff's office, could very well be involved in this child trafficking that seems to be going on in this area. So let me know what you think about this billboard. Thanks. Have a great day.
So what do you guys think about that? I think it's really strange that there's so much blacked out space, like to the point I thought about calling Lamar and asking them, but I think they've been drugged through enough with Chase's involvement and everything. But yeah, Gigi, that's another reason that it's such sus. But that number does go right to the non-emergency number at Hawkins County Sheriff's Department. I called the number. I know that to be true. But if y'all remember, I showed a video. It was Levi D's video, or Levid, however y'all want to say it. That showed that someone had been calling the detective on the case, and repeatedly nobody would answer. Hold on a second, I'll pull it up right quick and play it. It's a very short, like 30-second clip from about a month ago. Yeah, absolutely. Where's the 1-800-TBI? You know, why is it just Hawkins County Sheriff, especially since I thought TBI had taken over the case? And why is there so much empty space? Like, they could have put another picture of Summer instead of just that one with the long hair, because that's so not the kind of hair that she had when she went missing. Even though that was the first picture, I still don't get that part that was given either. There's so many questions. And I believe it or not, I have notes from tonight's live stream and just notes. Gigi, yes, but that's not the number that Penny was calling. Penny was calling the number that was on the flyers that were put up over the ones that Twister paid for, and the ones that Chase gave out. And they had a different number. It was not the number there. That I called that number. That is the number to Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Right, Miss Justice. The 1-800-TBI find is a so much better option. Let's see. Let's go to Levi's channel right quick. Yeah. Here we go. I know that I can play this because I played it before. Let me show and mute me. This is the one I was talking about. Chase, as I know, has not been arrested to do with anything with the Billboard at this time yet. And I say yet. The reason being is because technically what Lamar did got Christy her money back. She just chose to put it into the Billboard fund to pay for more billboards. So technically Lamar was able to retrieve her $4,000, and she just put an additional $4,000 with it. Now that means that, like Twister, Chasing Truth, and any other subscriber or creator or individual that donated money directly to Chase for the billboards would have to get together or individually go press charges. At this point, you could probably call the district attorney in Hawkins County, and pretty sure they would look into it, and if they have more than one person, they would press the charges, just based on everything that's going on. I also haven't heard any difference. I did hear that John was going to do a documentary on the whole thing. You know, I haven't been contacted, commented on his video, letting him know that, and anybody that has anything to say, I fully trust John, to be honest. I know I saw that Cherokee girl. Actually, I discussed that pretty in depth in about 3 videos where I covered the Carly Trent thing when I found that out while I was doing research, and was really upset. Really upset. That was a while back, like back in August or September. Oh yeah, I agree with you on that, Gigi. 1,000,000%. Okay, let me just play this clip real quick.
Sheriff's Office, Marcy.
Yes, I need to speak to whoever's on the Summer Wells case, please.
Hold on a moment.
Sorry, John Pruitt is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello, Mr. Pruitt. I called you 2 months ago and left a message for you to call me back about something in the Summer Wells case that was very important. You have since not returned my call, and I'm a little upset and wonder if you even care.
When was the video? If somebody will drop a link to Levi's channel in the chat, please. It's Levi's channel. Katie Kitty, Levitt, Levi D. Hold on. If one of the mods will drop a link to his channel. It was exactly 1 month ago when it was posted. And it's LEVID. Okay, I guess nobody's gonna drop a link. Let's see if I can, if it'll let me. Katie, I don't know who the woman was. That's a question you'll have to ask Levi. Right below, I just posted a link to his channel. I don't think it's really important who the woman was. It's the fact that you can obviously tell she called. You can tell that someone answered and that directed her to Mr. Pruitt. It's not Gigi's. So I don't care if Gigi took her videos down. Levi D doesn't work with her, nor has he. I don't know about Gigi and her stuff. Okay. Let's see. Which way do I want to play these? Okay. We're going to play this one next. Let's see. This channel is BCD, capital B, capital C, space, capital DEE. All the links to all these videos are in the description of the live stream. You good, Gigi? Who's sus? The BCD lady? I can't see what was said before. Oh, Gigi? Y'all don't want me to comment. Okay. This one is less than a minute. I think I have to mute it because of the music. So do y'all think this is the same person? Because look, I want to go back just a second here. Can I get it to go back? Why does it keep jumping? Okay, I need the line to disappear. Ugh. Come on. Oh, it's annoying me right now. I can't tell because I can't get the line to go away right where I need it to be, not at. But, can you guys tell? I don't think the lady on the right has the gap between her teeth that the lady on the left has. And the lady on the right's nose seems to be turned up just a tad more. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's the same lady. Because, yeah, the top lip too. But the gap between the two front teeth that's there on the lady on the left is not there on the right. And the nose to me is different. I think the eyes are even set in just a little further. What's up, Blue Eyes? Welcome to Sunset. Yeah, darker eye bags, definitely. I think it's two different people. I don't believe, and this is the picture that I showed y'all in a previous live stream. On the right, as the lady whose son and blonde-headed girl, the lady on the right was the person in the motel room, and the child is her child that was laying on the couch with Candus in the live stream Candus did. This is a video from BCD saying that this is the same lady and that that lady's name is Del Terry. That's not the same lady to me. So I just wanted to see if it was just me. Okay. So okay, I hope Crystal doesn't get mad at me. This is Crystal's Crime Time. Crystal's one of the Sunshine. She's previously allowed me to play her work. So, under the Copyright Act of 1976, I am sharing this for educational purposes. So, I want everybody to see this. I'll probably stop this and comment, but we're going to watch pretty much all of this video. Crystal, like I said, is a long-time Sunshine. And I just giving her kudos and props. You guys go over there, sub to her channel. Mods, if y'all can drop the link for Crystal's Crime Time in the chat, it would be greatly appreciated. She's got a great channel, some great videos. She's been doing a lot of good research and a lot of hard work on this case. Yeah, Miss K, yes. I thought Del Terry was the older lady too with the, I call them the Richard Petty sunglasses on. When they woke her up and she's in that live stream with Dawn and Candus. I thought that's who she was. I'm just saying that either way, the lady, this woman, the DCB or whatever her name was, is saying is Del Terry is unequivocally not her. So, but y'all check out Crystal's Crime Time and go subscribe. I'm thinking that, Miss K. Here's this video. Kudos to Purple Hearts, Scott H, ICU, and the rest of the people that appear in this video. Scott doesn't even really say nothing, because I think he was like me. He was on the edge of his seat in this. This is a portion of a video with H's dad. awesome sauce. And Dreamcatcher, you might have seen this video. Crystal does some great work. Like I said, she's a long-time sunshine. She's often in the chat. And if you're out there listening, Crystal, awesome job. Just kudos to a fellow creator. And I'm just happy and amazed at the progression I've seen since she began, and how nervous and all she was in the beginning of her channel. And it's proud. Morning, Cheryl. How you doing? Yep, the PANDREW one. Yep, Katie Kitty. I've also done the same lookup, and I will say this, Crystal, if you need it for any of your other future videos, or if you want to add it to this, I have the original screenshots before they knew anybody was checking their Facebooks, from all of Andrew's Facebook channels, pages, whatever you call them, friends list, posts, pictures, all that. Him and all his buddies, including the ones that he's gonna. I want y'all to particularly pay attention, because there's gonna be a part where the lady, I think her name is ICU, that's with Justice for All in the Jose interview, where she's gonna ask Andrew if he knows these Hiltz. By the way, Andrew formerly spelt his Facebook name with the Z instead of the S he now has it spelt with. And furthermore, like I said, Crystal was 1,000,000% right. Mine are before he changed everything in the spelling and whatnot. But he still had the little koala, panda bear, whatever, as the background on the one. But anyway, you're going to hear her ask if he knows certain people. And then she's going to post screenshots in the video. I want y'all to see how much this man lies. What a facade that he is trying to present. And why is it important? Well, it's important because, and I've got a couple questions I wrote. It's towards the end of Jose's interview. But, and I'll ask it again when I get to that part. But I think it's important for me to ask right now, which is, why did Andrew and Allie and that whole crew, that whole clique that come from New York and whatnot, why did they not want Jose found? And why are they now trying to deflect and discredit Jose? Why? Because if you're out there listening, Jose, or anybody that has contact with him, Andrew had that video. Andrew said you were an RSO. The person that was found in Utah months ago, we pulled up their picture, and when the first picture came out of you, we proved that that person, the angel, the Jose Angel Remain, the RSO, was not you. It's as simple as doing your due diligence and pull it up. That picture looks absolutely nothing like you. Nothing like you. Yeah, what are they hiding? What are they hiding? And it was per the FBI that they had his phone and there was inappropriate stuff in there and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Where Allie came up and was speaking and nobody talking for her. We're going to watch this right quick. I just want I want them in their own words to hang themselves and show what liars they are. Don't let me tell you, let them tell you what a liar they are.
I mean, I don't know. This doesn't, like I
Are
said,
you related to Chad Hiltz?
No, I am not. Why is that? Why? Where did that name come out of? Curiosity.
How about Daniel Hiltz?
Nope.
Danielle?
Nope. Not that I know of.
All these people are coming up in your family tree that's also connected to the other person I asked you about that you have in your family, but you're denying knowing any of them. Don't know that whole line of the family.
The only Hiltzes, listen, the only Hiltzes I know is myself and my children.
Is
and
that
my
you,
friend
Scott?
brother. That's it.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, just so you know. Those are the only ones I know.
How convenient.
Well, no, I mean, I wasn't raised around my father's side of the family. I was raised around my mother's. So I don't really know anything about that side of the family. All I know is the sperm donor's name. And that's it. I only...
Hey, Purple Hearts. I'm glad you're at least physically well. Hey, City. Morning, AP. I want y'all to pay particular attention to what he said. He just said he didn't know the 3 Hiltz that she asked him, right? 3 people. There's also another one, Josh, that is a junior, a senior, and a whole bunch of stuff. But just pay attention to that, because Crystal's going to take us on a journey. She's not going to take a long time like me to get there. And just prove that he's a liar. Notice, if you've ever, when you ask somebody something and they're really guilty of it, but they want to act like they're not, but they're also intrigued by how did you get that information and why are you asking me that question, they're going to keep over and over repeating about it and asking you questions to try to get the information they're wanting to know. And you know, how did you discover my deep, dark secrets and such? Because they thought they had sanitized these Facebooks. Just remember that. And Purple Hearts, we've all been praying for you. And that fight over property, especially when you get people involved that a lot of times haven't even been in the situation and been there, nothing else, trying to put their 2 cents in, it's just, ugh. I was an only child and an only grandchild, and believe it or not, I still had to go through it. It was ridiculous for people that wouldn't make a meal or spend an hour of their time to even visit, but I digress. Let me go back to the video before I get on a tangent.
Anybody else by the last name other than him, me, and my children. Let's just say he wasn't an ideal person.
Who wasn't?
The person that helped create me. He's not exactly the ideal person. And I don't want to really get on that subject because it's very touchy.
Well, you don't have to. Right. I respect you for that. And don't want you to bring that up because it doesn't matter. I mean,
it's
well,
not
I guess
that,
it does.
Just, it's basically an anger trigger for me. And I don't want to get angry up here. Everybody's been respectful, and I don't want to start being disrespectful. I don't like him, and that's about as far as I'm going with it. As for these other Hiltzes, I don't know who they are. I mean, they could be I'm not sure. I don't know.
So nobody's ever told you, you didn't know that you have a registered one of what you're claiming Jose to be in your family?
No. Like I said, I don't talk to anybody on his side of the family. I never have. The only person I talk to of that side of the family is him once in a while when he calls me and asks me about his granddaughter. And even then it's grit teeth and play nice. Because I'm only doing it for my daughter. But yeah, he's the only one I know of with that last name. Outside of that, I don't know anybody else with that last name besides my children. Well, by the way, it looks like with this family tree of his, I really don't want to know anybody on that half of the family. I mean, if you looked all that up and did that kind of research, yeah, I still do for my daughter's sake. I still have a relationship with my father for my daughter's sake, not my own. But no, but what the info that you're giving out about his side of the family, I don't want to know him. That sounds like something I don't want to be involved in.
Remember what I said? When somebody keeps coming back to something and bringing it up, and he's even stuttering it. Yeah, it's the namaste symbol. Sorry. Scott H's, it means namaste, which is, like peace and sinner and everything. But anyway, y'all notice how Andrew keeps stuttering. He's even lit a cigarette, even though he vapes. When they brought up those particular names to him. Yeah, he said the same thing over and over 10 times on her. I come back to that old saying, the lady doth protest too much. Whatever, something that they just said, one of those names that they asked him about knowing, something that was just said, triggered the hell out that man. And y'all can't sit here and convince me it didn't. Triggered the shit out of his ass. I bet if he had something hooked up to him that was taking his blood pressure and his heart rate, I bet you that shit went sky high. Sky high. Yep, he's another liar for Liarville. Yeah, I don't know that he is actually ever normal. But something seriously triggered him. And he starts talking about his sperm donor and how he has no contact with that man. None of the names they mentioned is the name of his father. Why is that the only Hiltz that you want to talk about? Why, what the heck? Like his actions and reactions to those questions is exactly why people are looking at him funny. Yeah, he's a creepy creeperton. I said that since day one. And some of the stuff that, listen, the Butch Vogel guy and all them with the creepy kid pictures, they Andrew's friends too. Morning, roll with it, darling. They his friends too. We're going to go back. It's about to get real. Thank you to Crystal's Crime Time and the rest of the panelists here. Oh wow, I didn't know he admitted to watching the snuff films, but that makes sense because of the picture that I have of the lady laying in the pool of blood. Yep, listen, Linda, listen.
Thank you, Andrew, for taking my questions. Thank you.
Oh, not a problem. And thank you for letting me know about some of that family tree on his side. It sounds kind of, disgusting and not needing to be around my daughter or any of my children. But I have a question for you, ICU. Now, is that a definitive fact that one of those other Hiltzes is on the registry?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then I definitely don't want any of those people around my kids. Oh my lord, the things you know when you find out that your father has more freaking kids out there and one of them's a level. Nope, I'm good. But go ahead, go eat. Go eat some lasagna. You'll be alright. Go have some lasagna, it's still there. Or go have some, did you eat my chips like I asked you to? Go eat them. You can have my chips. They're the red bag of Doritos. Bottom drawer. Go on. I don't have any more. Sorry. You could have 2 of the Jawbreakers, no more. Yep, 2, no more. Sorry, guys. But no, like I said, ICU, thank you for that information. I really did not know anything about it. It kind of makes me want to stop talking to...
Sassy Brenda, keep watching. If you think that he knew about it before she said anything about it, you just think that, keep watching this video. Crystal's gonna show you. You don't need to think. You'll know.
The sperm donor now as well. I mean, that kind of dirty secret's not cool. Yes, you can have one. And that's got me all night just screwed up, man. I don't even know what to think right now. Like, oh my god. What the hell did my sperm donor get me related to?
I hope it don't echo. It should pull me back over here. There we go. I'm making it as big as I can, guys. Andrew Hiltz. And you can't see from my picture the one thing. What you can see is in the middle where it says Danielle Hiltz. She tags Bobby Hamlin, Joshua Hiltz, Andrew Hiltz, Madeline R. Gifford. Now, the reason where it says Hiltz with the Z or the S isn't turned in black, is in black and not in blue like the rest, is because at the time that she tagged him, he spelled Hiltz with a Z. Y'all notice his panda bear background and picture, by the way? Also, Jeff Stoddard, the Jeffy, that she asked him about, is one of the people that reacted to this post by Danielle Hiltz. The same Jeffy that Jose mailed stuff to. But he don't know. You can see under friends list here, you see Danielle Hiltz. You also see Chad Hiltz that was asked about. Joshua Hiltz was also friend. I know Scott wasn't saying a damn word. Oh, Scott didn't need to say a word. he was letting Andrew tell it all because he was digging himself a hole. All jokes aside, let's see if I make it a little smaller. If that shows up, I can scroll to where y'all can see it. It says friends right there in the left hand corner with the panda, and you see circled Chad and Danielle. Oh, I don't know if Andrew's his friend or not. See, I don't know, Katie. I have no idea. If Andrew's Scott's friend, then Scott, I can't believe that. I can't. I refuse to believe that. We're going to mute and let the rest of this play just because kudos to Crystal for finding this and putting it together. Here's the rest. No, whoa, wait, Crystal. Can I give her the solid burn for this one? Katie, if you listen to the interview with Justice for All, the interview, the 6-hour prayer garden interview, God forbid, Andrew talks about that Jose mailed him a cell phone and money and some other stuff to Jeffy. He calls him Jeffy. This part, I want to read to you Danielle Hiltz's post on December 15th, 2021, if y'all ain't and can't see it. Anyone want to drive to Tennessee with me? I need to go beat a biatch's ass for messing with a 15-year-old minor. She don't deserve to have any of her kids back. I hope Summer's found. It's a picture of Candus and H, whose face is blurred out, with the word the hookups across it. It says youtube.com, Candus hookups with H, ? Confirmed by a friend. It didn't have a link that I could click or I would have went to it. What's up, Katie? What's the matter? Did I say something wrong? And then it shows Andrew Hiltz says, thank you. Kim Enright tags Josh Hiltz and Madeline Gifford. Josh Hiltz is a senior, a junior, and a Joshua. But I just want y'all to see it. Further shows his connections with the people he says he don't know and has never heard of. He's never heard of them even. Never even heard of them. Then you got Chad Hiltz is with Kayla Beard and 4 others. My daughter and little cuz. Love you guys. By the way, Kayla is Andrew's daughter. Oh, God. Katie, listen, Linda's 6.5 hours and I was ready to burn my ears with acid. And Chad also tagged Andrew. He's one of the 4 others that are tagged in that post. He tagged not 1 but 2 of Andrew's Facebook pages, by the way. The Panda and another one. The picture has Andrew's daughter, best cousin, we love each other and we love you. That went with what's blew up that you can see. Okay? Jeffy. See? Here we go. Jeffy. Jeff Stoddard. Boom. But guys, who is this guy in the middle? I swear I've seen him before. And I can't figure out where I've seen the dude in the middle before. Now the one in the blue tank top on the end. Oh, you just had me crack up when I read that. I think that'll be alright, Sunset. But you got the three of them. And it was August the 2nd of 2020 is the date it was posted. It says the three sober amigos. And you got Jeffy, Jeff Stoddard, and Andrew Hiltz. But, wait a minute. Andrew doesn't know Jeff. Yes. AP, they may have to time you out to do it. Right. That's Jeffy. That Andrew don't know. Who's in the middle? The guy in the middle reminds me of a YouTuber I've seen. But he's skinnier than the YouTuber. Just so you know too, this is Joshua Hiltz that Andrew doesn't know. He's a SO. Oh, what? That's the family member that's the SO. Yeah. Nope. Sunset doesn't look like BK nor Ernie to me. Not at all. He reminds me of the guy, the Predator Hunter of Predator Hunter's Nation. That's who he reminded me of. I'm on to the next part, Zona. I can rewind just a little bit and show you the picture again. Hold on. In the middle. Wow. But he don't know him, teeter-totter. Oh, yeah, the phone number's already been got, Zona. Okay, my bad. So, back to where I was at here. This is Joshua Hiltz. Joshua Hiltz that Andrew don't know. He said just a minute ago that he didn't know. Okay, Kay, that's what I thought. You good, AP? Oh, no, I know it's not the stand, no. So anyway, Joshua Hiltz in Florida has SO charges, so he's an RSO. He's required to register. Says it right there. And guess what? His aliases are Fiend Hiltz, Joshua J. Hiltz, Joshua Hiltz, Joshua Jonathan Hiltz, Joshua Johns Hiltz, Joshua Kim Hiltz. He's living, his address is out of state in Gloversville, New York. What? That's where Andrew's from. And he is a registered SO. He is also related to Andrew Hiltz, who claims he doesn't know him. Again, he don't know him. Look at the date of these photos, before and after the trip to Tennessee. Why are you lying? No, Sassy, this part wasn't in the live stream. This is a video Crystal from Crystal's Crime Time made. She did the research. She did this. She made these comments. She put all that together. She's one of our sunshines. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Katie Kitty. The Joshua Hiltz is Andrew's brother. But he claimed he didn't know. He claimed not to know that there was an SO or RSO in the family. He claimed not to know him.
Cutting the price of your wireless.
I said, oh, he knew. He very well knew. He knew more than he wants to admit that he knew. Okay, so on to the next video. Let's see who I'm. Oh, this is just a real short. I'm gonna play this, and it's a short. It's what it's actually called, a short, and it's by it's Harsh Reality. Again, the link is in the description box. I'm gonna play this one, and then I'm going to go into something else that supports this.
You had to get some proper permission to search and everything. But I mean, you still want to help us? You still want to do that? I mean, where are we?
Okay, like, check this. You guys just can't search my property. That's all there is to it. And
Okay.
that comes from a higher up, like a way higher up.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to bother you, Candus. I didn't know. You had told us once you had to get some proper permission to search and everything. But I mean, you still want to help us? You still want to do that? I mean, where are we?
Okay, like, check this. You guys just can't search my property. That's all there is to it. And
Okay.
that comes from a higher up, like a way higher up.
The next channel is Shinna Speaks. And I'm just going to play a little bit of this. I've got it queued up and we'll discuss.
Have you heard this? Have you heard this one here? Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says here.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Well, God, I think God, well, we put this whole thing into the Christ side. Everything, you, me, everybody, we have angels look out for us. We just come to know what to call it. You know, but this evil work of moms, say, now, terrific.
Wow. So,
got my daughter. I'm both married, whatever, with my daughter. You know that. So we do have angels. If my daughter's dead, we have a guaranteed spot for resurrection. Yeah, a lot of gold.
A lot of gold.
And that's worth a lot.
Oh my goodness, that's worth a lot of gold. Not if my daughter comes home. This is what I'm gonna say, you guys, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Candus, go to the police and tell them what you know. Tell them what you know for the sake of Summer and your boys. Just like
I'm gonna go back to that. Y'all didn't understand what he just said because she even repeated it. It's a recorded phone call by Dawn. Right, the uppers of what? I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, I know, teeter-totter. He did chop it to pieces. And then he took it down, so I had to go to this channel to get it. Doing the best I can. She's going to repeat what he said, though. Just hold on. Bear with me.
no. Everyone, thank you for coming. Please make sure you love on yourself unconditionally, love on your children, protect your space and your energy. It's a lot when it comes down to this case. Everyone, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Peace.
This evil work of moms, say, now, terrific.
Wow. So,
got my daughter. I'm both married, whatever, with my daughter. You know that. So we do have angels. If my daughter's dead, we have a guaranteed spot for resurrection. Yeah, a lot of gold.
A lot of gold.
And that's worth a lot.
Oh my goodness, that's worth a lot of gold. Not if my daughter comes home. This is what I'm gonna say, you guys, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Candus, go to the police and tell them what you know. Tell them what you know for the sake of Summer and your boys. Just let them know.
Miss K, I don't know what you mean about the Eric done thing. I only caught the tail end of it in the chat. Okay. I have to roll with it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, okay, y'all can hear me. Alright. So the next part, the next couple things that I'm gonna play and show y'all are pieces from that interview and what Candus directly said.
Okay. Okay. Cool deal. Cool deal. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to bother you, Candus. I didn't know. You had told us once you had to get some proper permission to search and everything. But I mean, you still want to help us? You still want to do that? I mean, where are we?
Okay, check this. You guys just can't search my property. That's all there is to it. And
Okay.
that comes from a higher up, like a way higher up.
A way higher up.
And I can't do nothing about that.
Who owns the property? You own it, or does who else?
No, Donnie owns the property, but I am his wife, so
Right.
it goes hand in hand.
Is he the higher up that said I couldn't search?
Nope.
He's not.
Nope. I've been told that by a lawyer.
Oh. How did the lawyer know that I was wanting to search the property?
Man, don't you think fucking the lawyers don't watch YouTube, dumbass?
I don't know if they do or not. I mean, Lord
Hell
have
yeah, they
mercy.
do. Everybody
Wow.
watches YouTube.
Let me ask you a question. Was it a lawyer or was it a private investigator told you not to?
No, it was a lawyer.
Okay. Okay.
When he said they aren't being cooperative right now, and they've gotten lawyers.
That blew my mind.
Okay. What do you think would be his reason for saying that? Because do you currently have a lawyer?
Okay, I probably shouldn't say this, I don't know. But I have a lawyer for my boy.
Okay. So you have a family lawyer.
But then when my attorney told me, she said, don't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
So I went through with that, and I haven't talked to nobody. It's not that I'm working against law enforcement, because they're more than willing to come up to my hill and talk to me anytime they want to.
Right.
And I said that on the news.
Well, any lawyer is going to tell you that. You know,
Can I ask a question? And Son said, I agree with you. Yep, she talking to everybody. Ain't that the truth, T. Riley? You don't have a lawyer. You ain't lawyered up and not cooperating, right? That's what you said in your statement. But I just played 2 videos back to back, and the third one a week before, that you said you have a lawyer. And the uppers, in whatever fashion you're using it, whether you're talking about uppers at a job, uppers in life, whatever, uppers, it has to be somebody up above you. Yeah, that's what Scuba Diving Dad already said. But the uppers has to be somebody up above you. That's the only thing that makes sense. You know? Is up above you. Could be, T. Riley. I mean, it's somebody you're above you. Right, just roll with it. Who's a lawyer that you can't legally claim as an attorney? And the boys are given an attorney. The boys will have either a guardian ad litem or an attorney appointed for their best interest, not for the parents. I do, Lisa, I do. And they keep talking about Chris. I don't know who Chris is. I don't know if they're saying Trish, and it sounds like Chris. But on to a couple other videos so we can discuss, because I have notes to go over too. I'm going to play 2 videos back to back. And they're one of my favorite channels in the true crime genre. They've been in the chat previously. They give me permission to share any and all of their works. So I'm going to play 2 videos back to back that they recently produced. Kudos. It's anonymous true crime. I'm still a fangirl. If you mute what they say and you don't read the words, what it's about, just watch the video quality. The way the video is put together. The technical aspect of it, and the difficulty levels. Alone, I'm a fangirl for that. I agree with you, Lisa. I definitely agree with you. Absolutely, Sunset, it sure does. If you're a vice president and they're a president, they're your upper. And that means you're a part of it just as much as they are, whatever organization it is that you're talking about. You consider yourself a part. And I do agree with Lisa on Tim Mullen. I think he's a creepy creeperton in my personal opinion. He gives me the creeps like Andrew does. And that's just a personal feeling that we're all allowed to have. Here we go. Anonymous True Crime. If you hadn't subbed, go sub. They're Sunshine, and they're one of my favorite new channels out there.
Welcome to Anonymous True Crime. What do we know in regard to the Summer Wells case? What we know confirmed by Ali is very little. We have been told via written and press briefings that law enforcement have no evidence that Summer was abducted. Officers, the CARD team have video surveillance from around Summer's home. We find this interesting. Listen.
While they will continue to explore all potential possibilities in Summer's disappearance, so far they have no evidence that this is an abduction case. Agents have been reviewing surveillance video from all around Summer's house. The TBI says it has questioned and identified drivers seen in the area near the time when Summer disappeared, without any evidence of an abduction.
Police then came out and stated
and the
this.
TBI reiterated there's no evidence that Summer had been abducted. They're continuing to explore all the possibilities.
At this time, there is no evidence that she was abducted. However, all avenues continue to be explored, including foul play and the very real possibility that she wandered off and became lost in the mountainous and rough terrain surrounding her home.
So police are looking at foul play and that Summer could have wandered away. A third search near Summer's home has since been completed by Ellie with no confirmed finds. It raises the question, however, if Ellie told you they believe your daughter could have walked away and got lost, would you search your area, look at maps and look for any potential areas your daughter could have found interesting or dangerous areas such as ponds and so forth? We think most parents would search and quickly become very familiar with their area. Seems not in this case. Candus talking recently.
Not that I'm aware of, no. But then I don't know, because I don't go venture off my property, so.
So to conclude, we have abduction, which Ellie say no evidence of after watching surveillance. We have wander away from property, yet parents aren't actively attempting to search area and deny Summer could ever have wandered off property. Lastly, foul play. What are your thoughts? Drop them in the comments. Thank you for your time, and may justice be coming closer each day for Miss Summer Wells. Like, share, bell, follow. Welcome to Anonymous True Crime. We must share with you one of the most telling and concerning interviews we have watched of Candus to date. Remember this, listen.
But I'm not gonna say anything lie to y'all. I don't lie. I can't lie. It's not in my metabolism.
Okay.
This, you guys just can't search my property. That's all there is to it. And that comes from a higher up, like a way higher up.
A way higher up.
And I can't do nothing about that.
Who owns the property? You own it, or does who else?
No, Donnie owns the property, but I am his wife, so it goes hand in hand.
Is he the higher up that said I couldn't search?
Nope.
He's not.
Nope. I've been told that by a lawyer.
Oh. How did the lawyer know that I was wanting to search a property?
Great question via the host. How could the lawyer tell Candus what to do? Remember, she never lies and she clearly stated she has no lawyer. Moving along. In short, Candus has flat out refused private searching on her property or to be a part of searching in her area. One's views on creators are irrelevant in this arena. We are looking straight at primal maternal instinct. What desperate mother refuses help, yet enjoys basking in the spotlight that should be upon her missing daughter? She is a liar, a pathological liar. We have so much more to come. For now, we will drop the link to this very unsettling and telling interview. Please go and watch, and we would appreciate your views upon watching. Your comments are very relevant to us. We at the moment are left unsettled. Summer, we believe. Justice is moving close. Like, share, bell, follow.
Now I want to go into, I got 2 more videos to show you. I'm going to go into, the next one is by Harsh Reality. And it's talking about what I was talking about no matter which scenario you believe, about what happened to Summer. Drugs play a part. If it was just that she wasn't being watched and she wandered off and got stuck somewhere and still hadn't been able to be found, drugs played a part in her not being watched. If she wandered off and nobody was watching her and somebody picked her up, drugs played a part in her not being watched close enough for that to occur. If she was sold, drugs played a part. I'm sure. And the parents being motivated to do so. If there was CSA and other types of abuse, or an accident, drugs played a part. It would give things to be covered up, things that you wouldn't want to be seen, that you would have to hide what happened. Lowers inhibitions, affects judgment. Just saying.
So, behind me is land, and loads of it. And what is land worth? It's worth money. And what do we know about Ben Hill Road? We know that there's a shitload of land around there, and there seems to be a load of issues with who owns it. Now, in the months prior to Summer's disappearance,
something I wanted to say too. before you, while watching this video, something to ponder. Notice how at certain times throughout the year, there were loads of properties listed for sale. Around the time the summer went missing was another time that loads of properties were listed for sale. Could it be I know what you're talking about. Roll with it. Oh. Could it be that the property that the crew from New York was coming to look at was on Ben Hill Road? Possibly even 110 Ben Hill Road. And that's why Jose stayed. It was a scam. A bait and switch scam. Let's go back to this video. He's going to word it different, but it's going to be talking about what we've talked about with the land and the real estate deals. And look at what he says Tim Mullen's last name is in parentheses.
A shitload of land around there, and there seems to be a load of issues with who owns it. Now, in the months prior to Summer's disappearance and just after, there was around 10 properties that sold around 110 Ben Hill Road. And just after, we had the old theatre that was owned by the church, and that sold just after as well. Now, I'm not saying the church had anything to do with this, and I'm not saying that Tim Mullins had anything to do with this, but we certainly know that when future plans come up and they know that something's going to happen in an area, say a roadway or a railway, it then means that land and property is worth a hell of a lot more. Now, could what happened to Summer been in retaliation for pulling out of a deal? Who knows? But all we do know is there is a lot of things happening in this area in the future that will have an impact on how much the land in that area is worth. So potentially some people are sitting on gold mines that other people might know about. But who knows? Again, it's complete speculation again. But look, ultimately, my concern is these people were criminals way before someone went missing. They were. People might not want to hear it, but they were. And there was things going on. And there was things going on that got to a point where a little child...
So I have to stop for commentary anyway. Under the copyright disclaimer for fair use and educational purposes is why we're playing this video. But there's a lot of mines in that area. Remember that. And with what's going on in the world right now, and what's been going on, there's a push for certain ores that weren't in big time use in the most recent past. That, you know, coals, irons, and such, that will be worth money. There's other things you can do with those caves. I mean, you can, look it up. You can grow mushrooms in the caves from the mines. Literally. What was on the news, Sunset? About the church? I do remember Dawn even spoke about it. Them building a school and a compound on Ben Hill. It's been discussed. Okay, back to the rest of this.
Child went missing. And there's only so many scenarios. There's only so many things that could have happened. It's either someone did take that 1% risk and went up to the Hills Have Eyes and removed her from the premises. They might have even been hiding in the house, who knows. It might be that someone from the church took her, wanting her to have a better life. It might have been the church who are just bent. They might just have deep-seated, hidden things going on in the background. I know they are involved in single mums and they had different things going on in the background regarding their drills. But ultimately, again, this is speculation. It could have been that someone was in...
No, actually, Katie, what she said was, during the last 3-day search, did anybody see or notice if there was an ATF agent present? Yes, Sunset. It was at the, kind of like an exchange where there's the big concrete square with the hole cut in it. I don't think the church had anything to do with her being taken. Was it someone at the church that could have been involved and is involved? Possibly. Church organized? No. I know, Sunset. That's what I'm saying. You ask if anybody was there. What's up, Ernie Bird? But I got that, Sunset. Right, well, right, teeter-totter. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, Cheryl. But I haven't heard anything about anybody from any other agency being present, which is why I hadn't commented on what was said. And it was a question rather than a statement. So I didn't know anything about it. So I figured I wasn't one to comment on the question. I know it may sound crazy. Okay, back to this video. Because I still have my commentary, Lillian's story, and T. Riley's story.
Indeed hurt. She was injured, she was hurt, and this was a cover-up. But the more that goes on and the more regarding the throwing people under the bus, it makes you wonder if it's a cover-up, if someone was injured, if someone was hurt, if someone had something that had happened to her, say, at the waterhole, then why would the reverberations of it go out so far? Because that would just be a familial thing, wouldn't it? You know, you'd have Don and Candus, who I'm imagining would have made a joint sort of agreement to cover it up, to hide it. It just doesn't seem like that to me. This seems like there was deals and money going on, potentially drugs. We see Jose involved and apparently coming down to the area with a load of people looking to buy property. So again, we've got that property red flag. We've got images of Summer sitting on a U-Haul van. We've got Don.
And let me say, Jose adamantly denied to Chris McDonough that drugs were involved in any way. He also was very adamant about the fact that he don't want to go back to jail and he ain't going to take a charge for nobody. And then they didn't want him found. And he says that he was locked inside of the U-Haul or whatever truck on the way. and that they said they had to take it back to where they rented it and turn it in that same day. But they weren't going to do that if the house hadn't fell through. I mean, were they? See, that's what didn't make sense to me. But that being said, too, if you rent a U-Haul or the Penske or whatever the other renting brand is, Ryder, whatever, you rent them shits, you don't take them back the same day. You don't even do that if you're just moving across the damn town. I've rented a U-Haul to move across. You don't do that, just moving across town. You know, oh no, Sassy, I'm not talking about mushrooms, drug that you can grow inside the caves. This is a legal growing thing. They grow various mushrooms to sell, to eat. Truffles is a kind of mushroom in Portobello that are very expensive, and there are various ones. That's why I say you don't keep us in the dark and feed us full of shit like the mushrooms. And I gotta say, Jose's story, all but why they came down there and left, makes sense. And I think they're afraid of what Jose's gonna tell and what he knows. And that's why they didn't want Jose found. Remember, Andrew told us he's out on some damn fishing boat, and then he moved to Puerto Rico and all kind of shit. And he don't have a phone. He only calls once a month to talk to Andrew's brother. That was the original story he told. Back to the video.
Don, who would venture out of the area for weeks at a time, fallouts, arguments, and eventually disappearance. But I do think that we're getting to the end of it. I have today sent some information over to TBI that I was given by, again, someone that I would deem credible, and they've sent me some letters and pictures of letters that kind of supports the things that they've been saying. And let's see what happens. All we can do is wait now with bated breath. But I do have one question. If Summer's coming home, why does every time her parents speak about her, does it not sound like parents who are hopeful of the return of their child, but a family who are voicing the eulogy of the child they've lost?
Boom, that part that I've been asking since July. Since July, I've been asking it, which is, why does it sound like a eulogy? Every time that they talk about Summer, since the very first interview we've seen, it sounds like people in church at somebody's funeral talking. Why? Why? Well, y'all know that we don't know. Okay, this next one is from Doolittle Talks. Shared one from her earlier. It's a very short one, but it's really poignant. And then I'm gonna read y'all the questions and the answers from Prayer Garden. I'm not gonna make y'all listen to her, unlike me. Ugh.
I wanted to point out, this is the interview between Ernie Shell and Candus. So I'll be stopping periodically and talking about the things that jump out to me. And I do want to thank y'all for letting me know that she is Candus, staying with a friend of hers that has the child. That makes me feel a lot better.
And y'all please go over to Doolittle and subscribe. She's local. Great channel. You'll get wonderful videos that you can go and look at and see the area and she's a small channel, smaller than me. So, you know, go over there and check her out, because like I said, she's a local. And I promise y'all, no prayer garden. Yeah, Andrew did not want Jose to be found. You're right about that. You're 100% right about that, y'all. Why is the question.
I didn't know that. I hadn't heard that at all. So, good job, subs. I appreciate y'all giving me tidbits of information I don't know. All right, let's get this started.
Fred Flintstone in the back of the holler, and...
What is Fred Flintstone?
Well, I don't know what his last name is, so I call him Fred Flintstone.
Okay. Okay, so...
I mean, all I know about Fred is he used to be a dope dealer. That's all I know about the guy.
Right.
I've never been involved with the guy. I don't like the guy personally.
My name is Rafael.
And I'm Maite.
Okay, this is Fred Hill. He's a felon out of Virginia, and he lives down at the end of Ben Hill Road. He actually got into a dispute with another landowner down there, and they ended up having a shootout, and Fred ended up shooting the guy in the throat, and the guy went into the hospital emergency surgery, continued to have a lot of problems after that. He received a weapons charge. The other guy received charges as well, so the whole incident with shooting him in the throat, he didn't receive any jail time over that. And of course, he's been into drugs and all of that kind of stuff too. So, not a good guy at all, but Candus does know his name first and last.
Was it the filming of kids that reminded you of it, or made you think of it?
I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff I could say. But now there's a whole bunch
say it.
But there's a whole bunch of stuff I can't say because it would jeopardize my life.
Okay, I guess y'all caught that. That there's a whole lot she...
Okay, I missed that the first time I watched too. I missed that the first time I watched this. And she literally said, there's a lot of stuff I can say, but there's a lot of stuff I can't say because I'm scared for my life. Wow. Wow. Is that the Cornbread Mafia? That made her start crying at Dr. Phil? Wow. Fred Hill. The same Fred Hill that said if Don said his name again, he's going to shoot him. That Fred Hill. The same one that, like she just told us, like I told y'all months back, that he shot somebody in the neck. And who was the witness? Andy. Andy was the witness. Andy was a witness to that self-defense. What? Boom, pow.
She could say, but it would jeopardize her life. Now, that's something I actually believe. That's why I've been covering like a lot of the people that live surrounding their house, because
Katie, Candus just said that. I'm going to rewind so you can hear it again. Because I just played it.
That reminded you of it, or made you think of it?
I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff I could say. But now there's a whole bunch
say it.
But there's a whole bunch of stuff I can't say because it would jeopardize my life.
okay, I guess y'all caught that. That there's a whole lot she could say, but it would jeopardize her life. Now, that's something I actually believe. That's why I've been covering like a lot of the people that live surrounding their house, because there's lots of violence, lots of drugs, lots of RSOs in the area, lots. And I do believe that her and Dawn have been into deep in with these people for a long time, and that's my opinion, and it's only my opinion. But I do believe that it's really unsafe for her to be staying there, so I am kind of glad she's staying somewhere else. I don't think that it's a safe area, especially for a woman to be there alone. You know what I mean?
And it's not, I know it's a little bit hard and everything, but have you ever seen anything like that go on when they're actually filming and been a part of it, or just seen it or know about it?
No.
This summer from the basement. Is that where she was took from?
Do you know? I really don't know, and I can't really tell you the truth about all that because I don't know.
Right.
We all have gone back and forth on what we believe, and as new information comes out, it causes you to rethink everything over and over and over again. But there is a really big part of me that has thought that Don came home, was waiting on Summer, and took her himself.
Another one of those things that make you go, that part, what she just said about thinking, you know, because of the circumstances and the situation and the way that this is played out, you got Grandma and Candus. Well, there's only one other person who would be able to be in the house and not alert the animals. Only one other person that called to find out where they were at and when they'd be home. And that's Dawn. Just saying. And I got what you were saying about so many suspects that it kind of dilutes the pool, you know, and the ability to get the bond, a reasonable doubt conviction. But when every suspect ties back into and leads you back to the parents, you know, I mean, if not for the parents' drugs of choice, if not for the parents having this activity or that activity, it could happen. If Chase hangs with Sherfy, that has absolutely that makes no sense. And it's not been said that. It's been said that Chase hangs with Andy. Jody Sue's Andy. I have pictures of Chase with Jody Sue's Andy's mother. That part. I've showed them before in a live stream. Alright, back to Doolittle's video.
Now, that's just a theory, of course. It's just one of my theories, that when she was called by Dawn earlier that day and him wanting to know what time she was going to be home, it just makes me think, and the way he describes going down the dog trail and all of that, that it could have been him.
This in the comments here. Fred Hill, is that his name?
I ain't got about Fred Light. No. There's no Fred Light. It's Fred Hill. It is Fred Hill?
Fred Hill, okay.
His name's Fred Hill, but you know what? I don't talk about Fred Hill. I don't know who Fred Hill is. The only thing I know about Fred Hill is, I'm not going to say this, because I don't want it out there.
Right.
And I don't want to, because I've known a lot of stuff that Fred Hill got away with, and I'm scared, and I'm not going to say anything about it.
You're scared of Fred?
Yeah, I'm scared of Fred. Who the hell ain't going to be scared of him?
Well, I ain't scared.
He come up there and shoot you and not get
shit.
Okay, I think she has every right to be scared of this man. See, they all know stuff down there. They all have stuff on each other. And I've said it a lot, that's why no one talks, because it will get you in trouble with them. And did you catch the very last little clip? She said that he would come up there and stick you at night and not even think anything of it. If you didn't hear it, go back and listen. So she's in a tough situation up there by herself.
Yeah, listen, living back there in the holler, though, and him shooting and getting away with shooting people and getting away with it, you have to think in my priority of what I got to remember and what I got to think through. Fred's very dangerous. He's a very dangerous guy.
You know what's out of the question now, right? There was no scream, right?
There's no scream, dude. He makes all that shit up.
Really?
Came up with that way later than the actual her and her kids make all that shit up later in the description to fit her narrative.
Why? For what?
I don't know what. I really don't know why. I guess to make her look like she's got to fit herself into the priority somewhere. So I think some of these people fit themselves into my situation so they can believe what they want to believe, and that's all there is to it.
How I'm upping my lawn game this year. I've been trying to care for my lawn myself, but it's difficult to figure out exactly what it needs, stare at a million options at the store, and try to lug huge bags of toxic fertilizer home. That's why I switched to Sunday. They know exactly what your lawn needs based on your address. Then they send you exactly what your lawn needs right when you need it. They deliver customized lawn nutrients straight to my door. Sunday uses ingredients like seaweed, molasses, soy protein, all ingredients you can pronounce instead of toxic pesticides, so it's better for my pets and my family. Plus, it's so easy. You just hook it up to your hose, turn the nozzle, and spray it on. I cannot recommend Sunday enough. You have to try them.
I think we're unique because now, as you can see, we are in a studio atmosphere. We're not in a remote atmosphere anymore. But then how do we kind of continue to use StreamYard is pretty much every...
Well, Candus says there were no screams. Jody Sue says there were. But we didn't hear about it for a long time after. And that could be just for the integrity of the case. But Sheriff Lawson says, too, there's nothing to that. So I've always wondered about Jody Sue, why she has put herself into it, just like I have other people that have injected themselves into this.
Huh? What'd you say? So many people hate on you so much. Well, maybe because I live a different lifestyle than everybody else does.
Your little girl, she's captured the hearts of the nation. Yes.
Man, she's so beautiful, dude. You don't even know.
She is beautiful.
That's my pride and joy right there.
Exactly.
I love my boys, but Summer was my pride and joy.
She has captured all of our hearts. But Candus, you should have watched out for her better, protected her a little more, kept her from...
That picture in that brown chair is your pride and joy. Right, Lisa, I'm with you. Yeah, Dawn believes in that scream. I don't think they're on the same page. I think that if something were to occur and Dawn was to get out... Oh, and I'm going to address Dawn when we get into the Chris McDonough part. So, let me go ahead and let this play so we can get to that. But that's your pride and joy. That's how you let your pride and joy look.
Going through the things that she has. She never deserved that, ever.
Nobody wants me to really know who took her or who took her. Because if I did find out who took her, God help rest her soul.
Did Don have any deals that you was unaware of that may have included your daughter, maybe?
You know, I don't know. I can't answer that.
We've heard from multiple people that he did owe money, but what kind of father could do that to their own child, if it's true?
Maybe you shouldn't talk to Paragon, but she don't know shit either. I'm not good with Paragon. Hey, if I give you advice tonight, y'all, stay away from Paragon. Okay? Because right now, later on, next day or 2 weeks from now, she'll be talking all shit about y'all. And yes, it is. She'll be all for me, and then she'll be all against me, be all for Donnie, and then against Donnie. I don't fuck around with that bitch.
Okay, so I'm putting this next clip in for the ones who are wondering who Jenna was talking about.
And back in the day, she fucking was in love with Donnie.
The what?
4 weeks in there, Summer got missing.
Okay.
Paragon started chasing Donnie. And it might even been sooner than that. But that bitch is jealous because Donnie doesn't want nothing to do with her.
Now, this next question, Jody Sue had said that Andy was up at Dawn and Candus's the day before.
The day Summer come up missing, Andy come up there. It's like, well, where is she? What is going on? And that's Jody Sue's old man.
You know, I do want to say something about Allie. She is really downplaying this thing between Candus and H, and I can't for the life of me understand why she's, one, defending Candus, and two, not protecting her son or speaking up for him and making sure justice is served. Do y'all agree with that? Well, I want to thank y'all again for letting me know that Candus was staying with a friend. But, you know, this whole thing, it's all about Summer. I mean, I know that it's just turned into a circus. There's so many different characters that have popped out of the woodwork that you don't even know which way to look, you know? But what is important is this little girl is missing and has been missing for 9 months now. And something's got to give. Just keep her in prayer, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Okay, so rather than y'all have to hear Prayer Garden, here are the questions and answers, and I'm going to read them. Yep, I heard that too, Teeter Totter. Which makes something that makes me know I need to look into something that I've been looking into even more heavily. I think so too, Katie. So, you're my Harley Quinn. Jose speaking to Candus per Allie. And goes to the picture that's going to come up. But here we go. Says, just finished the 6+ hour prayer garden that had Allie and Andrew on it. So did I. Good morning, wee Scottish Ma. Yes, the PIs did make... Yeah, Penny was telling the truth on that. And Chase. Yeah, that's all she is, Lisa. I agree with you. She's nothing more than a gossip. But she may have known them before. Apparently Don was quite the ladies' man. Wow. Okay. So let's go back to the question and answer from Prayer Garden. And you know, minus her voice and her extraness. Just straight the questions and the answers. Love this group. It's one of the Facebook groups about summer that I am subscribed to. So, okay. Okay, all this is just Allie. Until I say different. So, these were answers to questions that people asked Allie. Yes, per Allie, Candus and Jose were all over each other, and Jose called Candus his Harley Quinn. Shortly after this, Candus made a TikTok of her and something Harley. You're welcome, Cheryl. Y'all welcome. I wouldn't do that to you. It's bad enough we have to watch some stuff, y'all. It says, Allie couldn't have Jose stay with her because of her kids and the area she lived in. And then in parentheses it said they didn't understand the response. I can expand on that. They live in federally subsidized housing. I believe Section 8 to be precise. They would have had to get permission in writing for more than one person to stay more than 3 consecutive days. That's federal. That's not state. So that doesn't differ from state to state. It's just something I happen to know. Allie was asked if she thought Summer had drowned. Allie said no. When asked what Allie thought the parents would do or what happened to Summer, she just said that she didn't know and that she's not allowed to discuss. Yeah, Lisa, I think that's why they got along so good. They could get drunk and cuss each other out and then save each other by reading the Bible. Let's see. No. Allie did say she thought Dawn and Candus would do anything. Candus had no stove, just a camping stove, and the kids only ate frozen pizza. And she also had a microwave. Oh, thank you, wee Scottish Ma. Yeah. Y'all killing me. Don't break my effing door. But you know what you can do? You can't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you while you go to the permanent block party. Oh, y'all, it just is wonderful to feel so much better. Yeah, I know, Lisa. With all the SA and you know, I call it blurred lines. Morally, criminally, it's a miracle that any child has survived that, you know. Let's see, where was I at? Allie still states that the kids all had their hair cut due to lice. We know that not to be true. Because the oldest boy, maybe he didn't have his hair cut because he was gone to Utah when the outbreak occurred. That's the only explanation that could support what Allie's saying. You know? Grandma was at the swimming hole that day, and H was dropped back at his home. And in parentheses, that H did not go home with Candus. I have to run to the potty. I can't wait. And it ain't even going to be running. It's going to be walking fast, y'all. I'll be right back. I can't wait. Sorry. Ooh. Okay, sorry. Whew. That was one of them I got to go situations. I know, right? We Scottish might listen. There's so many other ways to take care of a lice outbreak than to immediately shave the head. Maybe they felt that was simpler and easier and something you had to pay less attention though. See, less work, less attention. That's the only part of that would make sense. But like I said, the oldest boy, I agree with you, Cheryl. I can cook a great meal in the microwave. Oh, hey, Miss Oklahoma, welcome. Katie, I'll be rolling it up. Dean, nothing was said to that effect about Candus having lice. Okay, so anyway, let's go to where we were. The next question was, if Candus had such a bad knee, how was she able to get out of the truck and run up to Allie's house when the TBI had been there? Next question was, or that was a statement by Allie, my bad. The next thing was, Allie said that she is not the one at the parade that tried to run over Candus. Then Allie states that the home had actually looked worse to her than when it was filmed in Chris McDonough's video. Then Jose did do cooking and cleaning for the kids as Allie helped him. Allie has not been around when Benny was there. Then she asked, why did H have a breakdown and what was said? Allie said she wasn't allowed to discuss it. Allie said she didn't know where Summer was changed into her swimsuit that day, but that it wasn't at her home. She said Summer didn't have a lot of clothes. I agree, Sunset. And just roll with it. Benny's laptop, per Ernie, was confiscated by the FBI, and Benny isn't allowed to mention his name. Allie's daughter spoke of Candus hitting Summer and how Summer was blamed for everything. Allie stated Candus threatened to blow up Walmart and is banned from there. Right, Lisa, that part. Right, Sunset, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I think that might have been part of it, I think. But I honestly think it was as a punishment. Katie, what if it was about Ern in the beginning? Because of complaints or allegations. But they found something out about Summer in looking for whatever Ern. You know what I mean? Just saying. So technically, I guess it could have ended up being about both. Whew. I think it was Dawn. I think Candus was punished too. I think it was either that or it was done to make both of them less attractive to Dawn. Sassy, I don't know if I haven't found any connection that they knew each other prior to. I understood Okay, let's see. Where was I at? Then, let's see. It says, Allie's daughter spoke of Candus hitting Summer and how Summer was blamed for everything. And then the blow up Walmart. Allie said Candus threatened to blow Allie's head off. Allie said it wasn't true, that her kids were crying to stay with Candus. Allie believes Dawn and Candus are hiding something. When asked about which Andy, Hunter said in his interview with Chris, Allie refused to discuss it. I didn't see the wood burning stove in the basement, Oklahoma. I seen, they do have a wood burning stove in the gray building with the white trim. The one that wasn't easily visible until they did the lawn care and stuff. Because I think it's a weeping willow maybe was kind of hanging over. But yes, I did hear that part. I'm going to discuss that as soon as I finish this. That's interesting. Shirley, I have some comments about that too. I heard that too, just roll with it. No, Cheryl, you are correct. Allie does not have clean hands either. That's crazy, Oklahoma. I've heard varying numbers of the dogs, as little as 10 and as much as 20. I don't think so, Dean. Not in the country like that. I don't think so. Not as long as they're fed and nobody's calling and reporting them for abuse or anything. Not foster care, but protective care. Protective custody, actually. That's what I said, Oklahoma. You know, when you have dog fighting, you have bait dogs. That part's against the law. And it's not a lot of money like you're raising, you know, purebred pits that are going to fight or whatever. Or Rottweilers, you know, it's not like you're raising a bloodline when you're raising bait dogs. Right, Shirley. I've seen a picture of the brown couch and the countertop. You know, but bait dogs don't bring a lot of money like each individual dog. But you're going to sell 10 or 20 at a time. So you want the animals to get... Katie, I thought I played the video that told that it was either Justice for All or Chris McDonough tonight that told that H was in protective custody. Well, Dina, I agree with you. I think 10 dogs is too much for one family. But what if you have a farm in the country and you have sheep herding dogs? Right, Shirley, I agree. Okay, I'm going to finish reading these questions because I got a lot of stuff to get to, too. Oh, Sassy, I know how that feels. Right, Lisa. And bait dogs are just that, mutts. They don't bring a lot of money, but they need them in quantity. It's not about quality, it's about quantity. And about being a dog that nobody's going to miss or talk about, do anything, because they're going to let the dogs that they're fighting tear them to shreds and get a taste for blood, so that they'll be even more vicious when the dog fight occurs. They don't want no mealy-mouthed dog in a dog fight. That dog's not bringing them no money. How do they train them to fight? How do they train them to tear a dog to shreds? They got to give them one to tear to shreds. A lot of them were puppies. It doesn't matter who the dog's mama and daddies were. That's the whole thing. I don't know, Midnight. I've wondered who they are. They're allegedly PIs. Yep, they sure did, Oklahoma. Sure did have a big mean dog. Girl, yes, they still have dog fights. Sunset, then you know I'm not telling a joke, and I'm not even in the least making a joke. I'm being really honest. No, True is Allie's daughter, not Trudy. Okay, let's see. Allie said Summer was not very verbal and just said words. Jose has sent inappropriate text to Allie's daughter. I call bullshit. Again, this is part of trying to discredit and deflect, because they're scared of what Jose knows and is going to tell. And that's my personal opinion. But I do believe it to be true. Okay. Let's see. Candus did have the odds for Jose, But Allie said he didn't prefer older people. Allie called the cops when Candus wouldn't give her kids. Their friendship ended due to Jose. Allie said H did not have inappropriate relationship with Candus, or he would have told her, as he's very open about his sex life. Oh my God, I just almost threw up while I read that. I hadn't read these. Oh, yuck. It's school sunset. That's why we're here, is we learn from each other, True story, Katie. True story. I agree. Yeah, she's in denial. Right. He's not going to tell her about Candus. He might tell her about his little girlfriend, but he's not going to tell her about Candus and the fact that he's at... I can't. Okay. Let me get past that. Candus was living with Don in his car, homeless at one time. Okay. The first wife that Don met, the story that's been told is that she was homeless when Don met her. Again, that's control and settling for. I know, Lisa, that kills me. Hello, Jose's who you brought there from New York, dude. You're not going to convince me or anybody else that can add 2 and 2 together that you don't know shit about Jose and you don't even know how to get in touch with him. That's your brother's roommate and friend. Out of here. I mean, they tell dumbass lies. Like, y'all just think we stupid. Like, they think everybody got fucking Alzheimer's. And that we all sundowning with it. Because after dark, they can just tell us what the fuck ever. And we're going to believe it. Because y'all stay so fucked up. You can't remember what you said yesterday. Or 2 hours ago. Or in the other live stream. Remember, Candus is incapable of lying. That's what she said, y'all. She literally said she doesn't lie. She's not capable of lying. What fucking parallel universe did she wind up in? She's not capable of lying. What? She's not capable of lying down on her back? Because she can't breathe good or something? Right, Pam's opinion? I'm getting up on the soapbox, I know. Yeah, motabolism. Motspolism. Stop it, Katie. Oklahoma. She ain't capable of telling the truth if the truth in her. Roll with it. Oh my God. Just roll with it. I can't. Let me highlight that. Just let me highlight that. Because I can't even say it no better. Real talk. Right, that part right there, y'all. Now, I'm not sure what does the moist mean. I don't know what that moist slogan is. Everything else you said, I 100,000% agree. But what's the moist thing? Andrew is Creepy Creeperton. The bolt of lightning, I don't understand. I'm so confused. Oh, got you, Lisa. Durr! Y'all know I be slow sometimes. That's why I'm so confused. Okay, sorry. Just roll with it. I'm just saying no. Right, Shirley. I've got comments about that too. Let me get through this reading of the prayer garden crap so I can read my comments on Chris's interview. Candus was in chat and was cursing trying to get on panel. H did go to the doctor that day. Okay. Allie has called CPS on Candus and Dawn. Dawn and Candus cover for one another, and so does Grandis. Grandis was in the truck when H was dropped off. The cushion that Candus had in the car was actually what Candus sat on, and she also peed on it when she needed to go. And it says later Benny had been seen hugging that pillow. TMF&I. Jeez whiz. There's just some shit I don't want to hear. Not never. Y'all please don't make me repeat that. Please don't. I have a visual fucking image that I'll never be able to get over right now. Of a black squishy pillow and Candace peeing on it and Benny hugging it. Lord Jesus. Oh, I could have went my whole... I'm blind from reading those words. Way too much. Way TMI. Oh my God. I never wanted... I could have went the whole rest of my entire freaking free world life without ever... Oh my God. Somebody please burn my brain. Ha! I can't unsee that. Dean, real talk, something is drastically wrong. If we can't agree on nothing else, we can agree on that. I'm telling you. We can agree to disagree on anything but that. Okay. By the end of the video, Allie was calling Grandis. Okay, whatever that means. Candus had no medical insurance for the kids and was not on disability. Candus did not have food stamps. Allie is now off the market and has a new man. Somebody just please shoot me. Listen, y'all don't understand. It was bad enough to have to watch this for 6.5 hours. Some of it I didn't hear, you know. And I'm okay with that, I thought. So now I'm reading it in black and white. And it's worse, I think. Like, bleh. Pillow better than Charmin. I can't with y'all. I bet it was a yellow pillar. Oh, God, y'all. I just can't unsee the... Oh. Anyway. Oh. Okay, where are we at? The Wells home had holes drilled in the floor to get heat upstairs. That isn't all of it, but that's enough. No shit. Here is a picture of the Harley Quinn. Okay. I'm freaking dying everywhere right now. I'm just dying. Oh my God. Okay, so now before I discuss, well, oh God, it's all too much. Okay, so I want to read Lillian's story. Because while I'm reading this, I want y'all to think about Jeannie and Mary and hearing about Summer and going to TBI the next day. And see if it hits y'all the way it hit me. Maybe I'm just crazy. I would show this to y'all, but like I said, it does have her biological father's first and last name. And even though he has a criminal record and whatnot, I still just, I don't want to do that. I don't want to identify her. Because it's her last name as well. If you have time to read this, please do. This is my story, and I am so tired of being scared to say it. This may be hard for some people to read, so just a forewarning. Possible trigger, you guys. Seeing as April is coming up and it's SA Awareness Month, I figured this would be a less awkward time to post this. My biological father's name is blank blank. Some of you know this, and some of you do not. I don't think I would have ever posted this if I hadn't just found out what I did about an hour ago. Sorry, I'm going to get emotional, because I do personally know this young lady. About an hour ago. So she finds out something an hour before she wrote this. Why is that important to this case? Mary and Jeannie hear about the case. And less than 24 hours later, they're calling TBI. Because of how hearing about Summer's disappearance made them feel. That's why this is important, and it does directly relate to the case. Found out what I did about an hour ago. To the people I have on Facebook that is related to blank, biological father, this is the truth. I'm sorry to his mother, his siblings, and anyone that reads this, but it needs to be said. I just found out he was arrested in December of 2021, less than an hour ago. I found this out. I'm still in complete and total... Hold on. I'm still in complete and utter shock. I'm not entirely sure if he's out on bail. I cannot find this exact information. My biological father was in my life until I was about 5 years old. Throughout my entire life, I've had my share of medical issues, some mental, some emotional, some physical. I've been around the block when it comes to these things, as I'm sure many other people have. Most of my issues were caused by the fact that I have PTSD. This was caused by my biological father. I'm making this post to bring awareness. My biological father was arrested for Ag-S battery. For some of you that do not know what this means, this is the definition of aggravated S battery. The definition is a very serious offense. The statute provides that it is committed where a person intentionally pen tray is with a foreign object, the S organ or ain organ of another person without the consent of that person. What this means is that he forcibly, without consent, took advantage of someone. In other words, he R'd someone. I've never been an open person about what has happened to me. My biological father SA'd me and R'd me when I was only 5 years old. 5. How could you do this to your own child? Until about 2020, I didn't even remember. I kept shoving it farther and farther back into my brain till it all came back. After this, I was always so ashamed. I even tried to blame myself, but I was 5. How could I have protected myself? I was his child. I shouldn't have had to worry about that. I didn't even understand what was going on. My mental health got 100 times worse, and I wasn't sure what I could do, especially in the worst time of the fungolitis. I wanted to get the law involved, but because it has been so long, I'm not sure they would believe me. Finding out that my biological father was arrested for the same thing he did to me as a kid had me wondering, how many times has he done this? How could he do this? He deserves a lifetime in jail. I understand this is a very deep and very personal matter, but I deserve to be able not to worry about ever seeing him again. I want nothing to do with him. And she included a copy of his legal charges. I wanted to read that because to me, hold on a second. Sassy, I just replied to you. Sorry, I got a message too and I was reading it. Sorry, you guys. I did say trigger warning. I say that that's important because I want y'all to remember that Mary was telling us that Jeannie had called her and the TBI when this came out about Summer missing and her age, and it triggered something in Jeannie. It's how all the SA ball got rolling, and people questioned why after so many years, why after all this time. And the reason I say the why is right here. Here's another young lady that has nothing to do with this case, knows nothing about them. It happened to her at 5 years old. 1 hour after she sees that her biological father was arrested in December of 2021. All this comes running forward. All the memories, all the feelings, all the emotions. And just like finding that out triggered that in her, I say that it's entirely believable that hearing about Summer triggered that in Jeannie. And I think this woman's very brave to stand up to people and share her story and her truth. Because as I told her, in telling her truth, she not only frees herself and begins to start her process of healing and no longer being a victim, but she takes back her power and helps others at the same time. Let them know they're not alone. And it's okay to be scared. And it's okay to cry and to hurt and to be confused. And she's my hero. Yeah, I'm gonna start crying for real. Try not to, y'all. And she's becoming a very successful young woman. With good morals and a good work ethic. That has absolutely nothing to do with him. So, but I found that very poignant. And important with what we're talking about in this case. And important in representing those that have come forward with the essay, because that did come up in tonight's live stream with Chris. Now, to my notes on the CAM and the TIR interview with Jose. Some stuff is my opinion, some stuff's a repeat of things that were said. Most of what I have down to talk about, honestly, though, is not necessarily something new that Jose gave us from the interview, but it's honestly more my thoughts and opinions because of what was said during the interview. Exactly. Right, exactly, Dean. I agree. Absolutely, Shirley. Okay. You take a drink of soda. And it's a rough one at the moment, so smoke them if you got them. Looking ass. How about that? Sorry, y'all, I couldn't help it. Trying to not be so emotional. Guys, don't forget, Katie, I'm going to agree with you on that. You'll see on my thoughts and my comments that I'm getting ready to go over where I say that in a different way. Guys, don't forget, support the channel, as this is my only job right now. I did Oklahoma. I bawled my way through that video about when they went to visit Don's dad. But just Lacey's letting me use her car to go job hunting, and I think she's gonna let me do 1 day a week with point pickup. I just gotta put gas in her car, and it'll be like 2 weeks worth of work in the home. But you know, I know Oklahoma. It made me want to bawl my eyes out, especially considering that it matched the pink fabric in the outfit. Ooh, okay. Okay. So now on about what Jose had to say. I did find it interesting that Jose said that he was a childhood SA victim, as well as had been a victim of SA in Rikers Island. And then I've got down that Jose implicitly just denies adamantly and implicitly that it was not a drug run to Tennessee. I beg to differ. I think it reeks of a drug run. The corridor, the area that they're talking about, where they drove the U-Haul to, and then the fact that their story does not make no damn sense and it doesn't add up. And facts is U-Haul nor the other rental company, the damn yellow truck, I forget the name because I'll be getting mad. Neither one of them require you to, one, take the truck back to where you rented it, and two, do it the same day. No, Lisa, Jose is not an RSO. That's Jose Angel Roman from Utah, and it is nowhere near the same guy. Like, he's 20 years older, about 4 degrees of skin tone darker, bald-headed, probably 70 pounds lighter. I mean, like, they look nothing alike whatsoever. Early on, like, I'd say mid to late September. It's the Jose that I had found and that Chip had found, and that we proved back then was not Jose. There was another channel I'd seen that was still saying it was, and that channel has since taken down those videos, along with all the others I heard. I know I hadn't seen them coming up in my feed, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been a little bit relaxed at that fact. They also took down their GoFundMe. Talked all that shit about creators getting money and everything else, and then went and set up a damn GoFundMe asking for $10,000 to go search. Nope, he was not, Lisa. That guy was not in that group. Not the Jose from Utah. No, ma'am. People claiming that is why Jose is now out of a job and homeless. Ain't this case been some shit? Yeah, GoFundMe for the female creator that had 14 different YouTubes and took all of the videos down. Anyway, back to my comments on this. Jose is another person in this girl's life that has no concept of time. Nope, Katie. Think older and with a granddaughter. I thought it was real important to note that. He had no concept of time. He can't tell you how long he stayed there accurately. He don't know what time of day they arrived, what time of day it was when they got somewhere. I mean, just absolutely no concept of time. And he says something about that's just country living. No, the hell it ain't. No, it ain't. We know what time of day it is. We know if the sun's high in the sky. Country living, you know by looking up at the sun in the sky what time of day it is, if it's morning, afternoon, or evening. You know? So no, Jose, I give you a lot of slack where it's needed. But right there, that's a problem to me. Because you got Grandis and Candus and H that have no damn time concept whatsoever. Can't remember their kids' birthdays along with Dawn and half the dates. I mean, how the hell does a mama that gave birth not remember the birthday? But anyway, that'll be off on another tangent if I get stuck there. And have no concept of what time you were anywhere. That part. You good, Lisa? Then I've got, in my opinion, why is Allie's youngest daughter and mother seem MIA in this investigation? Maybe it's because Sherry's mom is just too damn honest and don't hold her tongue. Because the one interview I have seen, I think it was JLR, that caught them on the side of the road. Allie was trying to backpedal and cover. Candus was straddling the fence, the grandbun. And Allie's MIA mother, Sherry, wasn't giving two shits. She had no filter and no fucks given. She was saying whatever she felt like she wanted to say. Right, Lisa, I agree. That's what I'm saying. That's just another person that had no concept of time in this little girl's life when it comes to times and dates and such. You know? She was too much, Katie. Yep, she was no holds barred saying what the hell she felt. No filter. Shirley, I might give you that if it's because the church don't celebrate birthdays and Christmas. But you know when the hell you went into labor and had a kid. I'm sorry. As a mother, you know that. I just can't, like... You might not know the exact day, but you gonna remember that in the month of February towards the middle, that it hurt like hell. Ain't that funny, Shirley? That she's got custody of the kids. It is a crock, Oklahoma. But what if the land and the house they was going to buy was on Ben Hill? You know, Dawn was gone and Candus was desperate for money. What if it was that house and that land? We Scottish Ma, they never actually joined and became members of the church. My understanding is they started going to the church and attending it around the time that Don had to do his community service. It's just a thought I had, Oklahoma. You know, kind of like Jackie Dobbs, the bait and switch type thing that happened to him. But he actually went through with the land sale and then backed out at the back end when he found out that he wasn't going to get rights to the creek. That's what I have confirmed. Apparently he's got a YouTube now and ain't happy with stuff. But where's Allie's youngest daughter? Where's the daughter that's closer in age to Summer? Why is that little girl not the one playing with Summer and stuff? Yeah, it had no right-of-way access. So there couldn't be a driveway made without the neighbors signing off, Katie. Okay, then my next thing I had is, in my opinion, a question that bothers me because I did not hear any time a good explanation. I heard that he was suffering pretty bad with some mental issues that was going on and PTSD and whatever. Yes, it was on a cliff and landlocked. That's what I said, Lisa. No right of way. Couldn't make a driveway because there's no right of way. Exactly, Sassy. You remember. You're not going to forget. The youngest wasn't around even when they were around Summer. Yep, just roll with it. It was never said it was said that Grandbun lives at that house. I believe it may be rented in her name. And that's why they couldn't stay. Upon further investigation, they received Section 8. And Section 8 standards specify very specifically, it's a HUD program, it's federally funded, They have specific rules, and you have to have written permission from the main office where you rent to have your guests there. And you can't do it the day before or the day of. And you will get told on because they keep snitches. Promise you, you'll get told on in your Section 8 will stop. That's how you can see Section 8's different from housing authority and apartments that are rent controlled. Section 8's different. You can live in a nice, ritzy neighborhood. The flute guy got fired from he was fired from the funeral home. We went over that. I did a whole live stream about David Dotson and him getting fired from the funeral home, the pilot's license, training he had to have, all that. Even showed the pictures from his wedding to his current wife, and told how he went back to the Baptist church that he came from. He was probably one of the newest members of the church. The why has never been answered. Okay. So, my question that I was going over with the interview with Jose was, what was it that Jose went through in New York that was so bad that he wanted to get in the back of the U-Haul by himself and ride from New York to Tennessee and sight unseen go stay with some strange folks? He knew none of them really. It was the first time he'd ever met any of them. And he's going to stay with them at their house. What was so bad in New York that he was running from? Bingo, Katie. Same place my mind went. You running from something? What was he running away from? It can't be charges and criminal charges. Because Chris McDonough did a real thorough search. That's been multiple confirmed. They didn't just take Justice Rawls' word. They did a very thorough search. And they have the ability to get some stuff. I don't think he was running from the law, Lisa, because if that was the case, it would have showed up. Now, Oklahoma, that may be true. I didn't see that part, and he did not say that, We Scottish Mod, in Chris's interview. Right, Lisa. Definitely something that he hadn't been found out about. Is what I'm thinking. Anyway. Then it says, Jose talked about the dogs swarming the truck and coming at him with their teeth bared and growling the first time he arrived. Surely, I think that's a good possibility. Maybe child support or owed drug money. Possibly. But he said that, 2 or 3 days of being on the property, and the dogs didn't act or react like that to you when you approached. But, morning, minute, moment, tea. But new people, yes, they acted that way. I've got a note here. In my opinion, something is not right about his story. Like I feel about the parents and grandma and Allie and H and H's dad and Jody Sue, etc. He cannot keep up with time, and he gave answers to Chris's questions that he honestly could have gotten for the most part from watching YouTube. He didn't tell us, Jose didn't tell us a whole lot that we didn't already know from YouTube channels. Like your good fake psychics type thing. Another opinion-based statement. I said, I don't know Josh from the lab well, but his facial expression at certain statements by Jose, shaking my head, I think he feels it also. Because I felt like there was times that he was looking like, that shit's not true. Yep, they all do got fibritis. Oklahoma. Oh, that's funny. Okay, and then I said, Jose said that he had straight talk through Walmart and his phone did not have signal up on that hill. Let me tell y'all something. I call bullshit. You know why? I'll tell y'all why. I have straight talk from Walmart and I have my fucking signal. What? That part. He said they were almost to Kingsport. No. Nope. That part is not true. And I can fully fledged wholeheartedly say that. Okay. Let's see. He says that 7 to 8 days after Summer was missing, that the FBI was tracking him down and actually went to his son's house first. Says the FBI was focused on would Don or Candus do physical harm to Summer. Then he also says that his first thought, and to them, his first comment and thought was, did she get out of the house again? And y'all ain't found her yet. First thing he said was, did she get out of the house again? And he said they were like, what? We thought she never took off out of the house, and like she wasn't supposed to take off. Then I had just a list of questions. Yep, exactly, Lisa. He didn't report them. I agree. I said that after Justice Rawls interviews. Why after Jose left were there new locks, deadbolts put on the doors? Why? Where is the couch that he said was across the door? Where's the couch? Is that one of the things they burned at night? And why? And why lie when she came up missing about the fact that she liked to take off and come up missing? Why lie about that? And why lie and say that she didn't like to play hide and seek with the boys, and that the fridge was her favorite hiding spot? Why lie about that? And FYI, once again, I can say, I told you so. I was right. Because at the end, Chris and Nana confirms that in this past week, Salt Lake City, Utah, law enforcement has made contact, aka visited old Donnie Boy. Trying to tell y'all. Exactly, antique little girl, imagine. I don't know, Lisa, it's a possibility. That's right, Dean, I agree with you. Yep, Katie, I do believe it's coming. Again, remember I showed y'all, posted in the Rogersville Review on March the 19th, that the grand jury will be meeting on April the 11th. I think that's important. Another question. Why did Andrew, Allie, and crew not want Jose found? These are questions I wrote down during the interview, so they're out of order. I've already discussed it. I apologize. No, Oklahoma. Absolutely, just roll with it. Yep, mark the calendar, Katie Kitty. That's 7 to 8 days after Summer went missing. The FBI was looking for Jose to question him about Dawn and Candus, according to him. First, they went to Jose's son's house, and then they were able to get in touch with him. And he said all the questions they were asking were pretty much towards Dawn and Candus, geared towards them. And that when they told him Summer was missing, his first response was, "Oh, she get out the house again, and they can't find her," type thing. Anyway, the next question that I'd ask is, why aren't they, being Allie and Andrew and that crowd, why are they trying to deflect and discredit Jose? Now, before I go into T. Riley's story and then end the live stream, does anybody have any other questions or comments? Oh, I think so, Katie. I think so. I would put, listen, just like I say, that in my opinion, the parents know more than they've been telling, and I've been saying that since day one, and I will continue to say it. I'm not saying they did something. They just know more than they're telling. Two different things. Just like I believe Allie and Andrew definitely have stuff to hide, and I think they know more than they're telling. But does anybody have any comments or questions or anything before I read T. Riley's email? Yep, Lisa, they sure did. Again, guys, don't forget to look out if you can. PayPal, Cash App, whatever. Just simply because I gotta help with gas, and I won't get paid even if she lets me do deliveries 1 day a week. I won't get paid for 2 weeks, and I just gotta survive a little bit. Every little bit helps. So back to, as I was saying, back to, and I want to, just a couple interviews and questions I want to ask. I might not be able to go all the way to Tennessee, but I can talk to my coroner's office and people in my sheriff's department and detectives that ask specific questions about how long it takes them to return calls in high profile cases, certain questions that a lot of you guys have had about cremation and stuff like that. I want to be able to go and get some real answers from the people with that knowledge. Okay. So I'm going to read Miss T. Riley's statement. If y'all remember, T. Riley's been with us a long time. She was actually the person that was instrumental in originally contacting the Steve Wilkos show and speaking to Rachel. Yeah, nobody even said a lot about that, but why doesn't Candus want anybody searching the house? And what higher ups would tell her that nobody can't come and search that house? I mean, I don't understand. I'm so confused. If Don owns the property, which we know that the deed is in his name, not Candus's, not Grandus's, but Don. Wesley Wells Jr., to be precise, is who the deed is made out to. They have searched the property, Dean. She's just saying that she won't let anybody else search the property. I played the videos if you want to rewind. Bam, just roll with it. Okay, so this is Miss T. Riley's email, and I'm going to read it. I asked her to write a statement that I could read to discuss her situation and why she needs legal advice and help. Fast. Well, I really don't know where to start, because abuse of mental, physical, and spiritual, he's also controlled every aspect of my life, financially and mind games. He turned everything around me on me. It was my fault when I caught him lying, but he could always talk his way out of it. I mean, what was I going to do? I have 5 children to keep safe. Most of my saving grace was that he was driving a truck over the road, so we only had to deal with him on weekends and holidays, and he never could come home and just be nice. He was hateful to our children and nasty to me. And on top of this, he's pretending to be a Christian man, but behind the scenes, he was really Satan. But like most of us, we think we can save them, pray harder, nurse his wounds, but none of that is given back to us. So let's go to the day after Christmas. I found out once again some lies and secrets, and again I confront him about it, and the fights begin. So I am 60 years old. I have been disabled since 2021 from a botched knee surgery, and now I am bone on bone in my right knee, and my left is doing the same. I have fibromyalgia and just found out I may have lupus. Depression, anxiety, of course. I lost my right kidney 2 years ago due to a kidney stone stuck in my right kidney, And the last 6 years, I've basically been in bed. I can't shop. I can't clean. Some days I can barely get out of bed to pee. So since the 26th of December, he has cut me off financially. Boom. No money whatsoever. He left me here with no food. Oh yeah. I asked him for a divorce again, but this time he knew I was done. So now he's trying to get me out of the house in any way he can. I have a kidney infection. They gave me meds, but they're not working, and I'm having really bad pain where my kidney is. But I'm afraid to go to the hospital because he'll change the locks or whatever nasty thing he can do to me. He's supposed to be a Christian, yet he's okay with kicking me to the curb with nothing. What kind of man, let alone a Christian man, would do this kind of thing? So here I am, out of toiletries, out of gas. Oh yeah, I've since found out that my car is only in his name. Another lie, another way to control me. I shut down for a while because every corner that I turned here in, okay, no one had any help for me. No organization to help start a legal separation, so at least the courts will make him pay me until the divorce is over. Can't find a pro bono lawyer to help. Legal aid is too busy helping other people. Adult protective services won't help, even though there's been abuse. And that's why every time I called the cops, they would come in here and tell me he's my husband, he can do whatever he wants. So I stopped calling them. What I desperately need is a lawyer or a paralegal to help file for legal separation. And I am asking the Sunshines to help me financially so I can get gas and toiletries. I'm out of everything it takes to survive. This is really scary to tell my story. I just don't involve people in that part of my life. Last night I talked to my best friend of 45 years in Indiana, and she didn't even know half of this stuff. I confessed to her. She asked me why I didn't tell her, and I told her I was too embarrassed to admit that I was a prisoner in my own house. But that's exactly who I am. I filed for Social Security, but that could take up to 3 months to find out anything. So in the meantime, I'm completely lost and cannot even help myself. So I'm asking for a little bit of help to get me over this rough patch. And may God bless you all. So, what I'm asking for anybody that can, or that knows anybody in Oklahoma that has any connections to any attorney or paralegal, please reach out to me and contact me. I will directly connect you with our Sunshine. If anybody wishes to donate, directly email me or message me in whatever way you contact me. I will give you her personal Cash App information, but I'm not posting it in the chat. Identities can be traced that way. Good advice, Lisa. I don't know if you see that, T. Riley. Thank you, Manic Mama T. That's because, like she said, if she can get some help there, she can get relief. And you know, there's a lot of people that may not have money to donate. I understand that. You know, people think that we as creators get money hand over fist. I haven't made $1 in my whole live stream, and it's okay. I'm not saying that to make nobody feel bad. It's just factual. But connections, phone calls, and a little time are free. So anybody that knows somebody that maybe it's not an attorney that can actually represent, you know, Miss T. Riley for free, but maybe it's an attorney that can help speed up the ball in her case being taken by legal aid, or somebody in Oklahoma that knows people that can get assistance. You know, I know if it was in this area that I live in, or a 3-4 state area around, you know, I would be able to help really fast. T. Riley, do you want to say what area of Oklahoma? Since you're in the chat, I'll let you answer that. Oklahoma, Midwest City. And ladies and gentlemen, I love each and every one of y'all, but I've been on here for 4 hours now, and I'm gonna say goodnight simply because I'm tired. I'll probably do another live stream. I've got some more MMIW information I want to put out there. Some more information on Summer's case. A few things I'm researching, like I said. I know I'm going to take Lacey to work today and try to do those interviews. Well, I'll come up with some gas money. I do have a few of my personal things I'm selling too, to come up with that. So, but T. Riley, hopefully we can come up with something. I'm still gonna contact. It'll probably be 1 o'clock my time before I can today, but because I think she's at the courthouse. But there's a victims advocate I work with here, and I'm gonna find out if any of her contacts reach as far as Oklahoma. But good night, y'all, and peace, love, and light. And see y'all later tonight. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of rest.